big in size, but we're big in reputation. The majority of what actually comes into this country is softwood drums that are headed very poorly, and that gets sold off as regular quality, but that's not what people in Africa are playing. In Africa, this music has been taken to an extremely high level. This is a very traditional Ivory Coast shape. They almost always have these three bumps on the bottom.
Is there a practical purpose for those, or is that just a design aspect?
Mostly a design aspect, but it's almost countrywide. I mean, it's been a design for years and years and years.
Huh.
But here's, this is an Ivory Coast drum that they've changed the shape a little bit.
I see.
So things just change. That's
decoration is involved.
Decoration, yeah. Exactly. But anyhow, this being a Mali drum, you can see it's a little more rounded in the bowl, where this is a little more squared off in the bowl. This drum's from Guinea.
Is there a impact on the sound because of the shape of the bowl?
There can be. Come take a look at the inside of them too. And these are in different shapes of it. This one we just did the bearing edge. But
so this is the. I'm sorry. Which one is
this? This is the Guinea drum.
Okay.
Guinea drums tend to be a little more shelved out in this area, and they tend to. They always have a sharper edge to the hole. The Malian drums, you can see it's a little less shelved out, and they always round the hole. That does have a significant difference in the sound. A Mali drum, having just kind of a bigger, rounder bowl, tends to have a little more tonal sound, a little bigger bass to it. The Guinea drum will always kind of lean towards a tighter, more slap, so the higher end. This is, we get the majority of our skins from Guinea are cow skins. So cow skins are primarily for the bass drums, the dununs, as compared to djembes. But we bring them in full hides from Guinea.
Wow.
Like that. So on the djembe, you can do 2 rings with a cut, or again, let's go back to this one. So that's 2 rings cut, very traditional, standard style of heading a drum. We generally mostly do that with just calf skins, so this is a calf skin drum.
Now, what's your reason for that?
Calf skins are thicker than goat skins, so the way we head drums, we tune them really to the extreme, so that's something that we're very known for. When the drums go out the door, they're tuned up, ready to be played. They're not going to be low, they're responsive. This heading style can be problematic where when you tune it to a certain point, and this is especially if you aren't real skilled with heading drums, that this will want to slip through the rings. We use it with our calf skin because the skin's thicker, so you get a better lock on the skin. So it's non-problematic with the thicker skins, but sometimes with the thinner skin it can be. The next style of heading would be what we call 2 rings skin over, which is essentially the same as the cut, but it's just been left over. And this is something, the way this is really clean like this, most time when you see drums where the skin's over, it's real rough, and it's just not pull over clean. That's something that we developed, something that we came up with many years ago. So that's 2 rings with a cut, or with skin over. Another option, and this is something also that really differentiates us from most companies. So this is 3 rings, so there's actually 1, 2, 3 rings here. And in the end, really, essentially what it is this 3rd ring would sit right on top of here. So,
oh, I see, yeah.
So, and then...
So 2 are underneath the head and 1...
And then this gets tucked underneath, so this would have been cut here, and then all the rope goes over the top of that. This is an example of a customer that had requested a certain tack design on the bottom of his drum. And there's a lot of things that we do this way that, the truth is, we put a lot of time, our vision before our business, and our love for the instruments before the business. If you ask someone, they'd probably tell you this is absolutely not worth it.
Cost efficient?
Not cost efficient.
Yeah.
Here's another example of a wrap that we will add onto the drum.
What kind of material is that? Oh, that's just actually your rope.
It's just rope, yep. But and that's something that traditionally in Africa you'll see artists do that to their drum. It's been a decorative thing for many years. Here's another thing that we add onto a drum.
Oh, that's really attractive.
Yeah, custom metal work. This stuff is completely different than what's out on the market, and that's our business model. That's what we do. We don't do anything in mass production mode, sometimes to our fault, but we're here because we're percussionists first, rather than here for the business first. That's always been our model. We love what we do.